Hey folks, welcome back to the hunt for Martin Martinet. This breaker box is full of cigarette butts and electric wires. Trying to find him is the last task that I planned on doing, so then we're gonna kind of wander unscripted. Yeah. These curtains shift just a little. Someone is watching from within. Alright. Just a door. Nothing for you here right now. Alright, guess so. A little for me there. Someone's growing. Rosemary and thyme. And a cactus. I don't know where parsley sage is gone. This is the door to apartment 29. Complete silence. Whoever lives here isn't home. This is the door to apartment 30. Voices from within. Singing along to some buoyant dance track. We got Eurovision going on here, boys. Yeah. But this door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28, this is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives. Let's see if anyone is home. Knock on the door. Knock on the door. No one answers. Looks like the young man we're looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening. He looks around, taking in the cold spring air. We should return tonight after we have finished with our day's work. How about 2100? Sound good? Sounds good. Tonight at 2100. I don't think I can... No, we're not doing that. Tonight, 2100, right here. Apartment 28. Good. Let's go. Alright, well... Now what? Low on morale, sucks to be you. I would wager that that is most of the RCM at this point. Look, Kim, that's a little too real. We're gonna have to ask you to back up and just keep with the sarcasm. Thank you. If you start taking my dialogue lines, I don't know how long your audience will stick around. Me either, Kim. Me either. That's a lot of dialogue. That's a lot of thinky thinks. You know, it occurs to me, I don't know if I tried to talk to Gaston.
Oh, I have really outdone myself. This is divine.
He takes a bite out of his sandwich.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat ass of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
Man, that's a harsh line. Don't say anything you're gonna regret, Renee.
Renee, it's the little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle.
Can you put the sandwich down? Or...
Oh, hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
That looks delicious. Can I have a bite?
I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food. Nothing personal. Nothing. It's just a principle. The only one you have.
The sandwich looks like a culinary wonder. Well made and abundant in components. The authors sure knew their craft. In addition to the obvious slice of ham, a fat one, you notice a brim of tomato peeking from below. And is that mayonnaise? Please, man, can I just have a bite?
Believe me, officer, I wish I could help you, but I need this sandwich to keep my blood sugar stable. In my age, you need to pay attention to these things.
You can barely hear him. The sweet smell of pickles in harmony with garlic butter and marinated onions emanating from the sandwich is driving your mind in a singular direction. It must be yours. Please, friend. Let's just share it.
Fuck off! It's mine!
He jerks away, immediately startled by his own reaction.
Sorry, officer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in the bad way. But the sandwich is mine. I'm not gonna share it.
When the dissidents come to rape our country, he hides, but try to get a bite of his dear sandwich and he gets claws? You're a special kind of vermin, Gaston. Maybe I kind of regret that now. Okay. Tell me, what do you know about the dead man?
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week, but that's all I know, really.
Really? Come on, you must have heard something.
No, officers, I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist. You are both good guys, I can see that. Except for the attempted sandwich thief.
And help them, you wimp! You rubbed shoulder plenty times with the gawk caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
Respects? Sounds a bit like you're holding back. Even Renee can't believe what he's hearing.
I'm not even anyone...
Of course he's so holding back. The carabiner crosses his arms. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can barely speak properly.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, Renee?
I'm not anyone important in the Union.
I just know Everard.
How do you know Everard?
Everyone in Martinet knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history, only heard about it years later when it had already moved on without you. You don't know history. Just you get shit The blind leading the blind doesn't even begin to describe it, is what he said.
The blind leading the blind doesn't even begin to describe it.
Let's try not to get caught in the crossfire.
You get caught up in the...
Are you a Union member?
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member, I attend meetings and parties, help with the little things. Everard, Edgar, and the older Debadiers all know me.
In many ways? You're being very hedge your bets here.
Oh, yes.
So you're not an actual member?
Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but Everard keeps me on the payroll, just for the little things.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. He's a weather vane. Turns to look where the wind blows and tries to look important. I hate the socialist rabble, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence, never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already. What are the little things you do for Everard?
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say.
Is that why you told me to fuck off about your sandwich?
That was not my finest moment.
Well, what kind of things do you write for him?
Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspaper. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Everard and I have these long talks where...
Oh, wrong button. Where he tells a little pan man exactly what to say. It's a commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Let's admit nothing and stay on track here. On the Union track?
That's all I got? Alright, that's all.
No. Thank you for being consummate professionals. You'll have the case wrapped up in no time.
You mentioned Jean-Marie Beaulieu. Who is that?
Oh, sweet Johnny. She was the finest woman in all of Revachol. Maybe the entire world.
Do not defile her memory, Gaston.
Let her rest in peace.
So you both know her.
We knew her all right. Lived on the same street our entire lives, just 2 houses apart. The 3 of us have been best friends since we were 4. She was Rene's first girl, back when the prick was 16. They were courting till he decided he'd rather die for some great ideal than just be happy. And then you stole her from me!
He jerks forward, but then grabs his chest and stops. Easy, fellows. No need for this to get ugly.
Oh, officer. It already got ugly nearly 80 years ago, when the 3 of us were just learning to walk and talk.
80 years? Don't you mean 420s?
I'm sorry, officer, was that a French language joke?
You're right, I'm sorry.
You should be.
You stole her from me!
Well, technically, you stole her from me, because we've been pretty close ever since you 2 had that falling out over the ink you spilled, over her pretty yellow dress. We were just boys then. This was different.
No point starting this all over again for the 1,001st time, especially when we have company. Officer, what happened to her?
She died of pneumonia 2 winters ago. It was a quiet passage. Peaceful. Renee and I were both by her bedside when she...
died. No use sugarcoating it. Won't bring her back now, will it?
Departed. Until the very end, she couldn't decide between us. The most indecisive woman I've ever met.
A quick grimace of pain passes over René's features, but he immediately regains control, his face now a dispassionate mask again. Why do you think she was indecisive?
She could never make up her mind about anything. What to have for breakfast, favorite color, or which one of us to marry. The look in his eyes is happy and distant. She was always leaving one of us for the other, but never long enough to actually get married.
Not saying the third one. I don't necessarily like either of the first 2, but hey, there is nothing wrong with weighing your options first.
Heck, technically we're still both engaged to her.
You always confuse her. Couldn't let us be happy. Seduced her with your fancy words and pastries. He suddenly remembers you are still there and falls silent. Turns away. Hey, thank you for sharing. I'm kind of sorry to have brought it up.
Of course, officer. Memories are all we have left.
I don't think I'm ever going to get that much rhetoric, and even adding a point right now... Okay, it goes from 3 to what, 3 to 8%? Yeah. I have no reason to... Well, I could go up to as high as 17% if I also smoke. Wait. Rhetoric. Blue? This is too much thinking. Bye. Yeah, rhetoric is intellect. Okay. I keep getting intellect and psyche crossed a little bit. For the most part, I think they're distinct, but for whatever reason, rhetoric just doesn't seem to connect for me. Alright. Let's leave them to their arguing. Tommy! Tommy? Tommy!
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Ugh, that was bad. I heard that one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this lady driver? I don't want to talk about that, man. Why? Do you know something? What is it, Tommy? Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her. Look, all I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is. Who is she to you? A friend? An acquaintance? I don't know, man. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay? What does she look like? A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way. What color hair? Blue and violet. Dyed. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went. My hair's blue. Did I do it? Then she may have dyed it again. Who is this person? What's her name? Thank God I don't know. People here just call her the lady driver. She kept her name a secret. From me, too. Now I see why. I asked you who's doing this. You said you didn't know. Now you're saying you do? I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping that it's not her. That she wouldn't be mixed up in it. When did she leave? Damn, I don't want to... Please, just let it go. Whatever she did, that can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much. We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation. That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience. It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only. I don't believe you. You said she's... No, believe us. It really is, Tommy. I just can't, man. I'm not naive. How's she troubled? She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out. She shared this with you? Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her. It's not snitching, it's just a few questions. It's snitching, man. I know what it is. I was told everyone's afraid of her. You're not? I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her. Did this violent life include drug trafficking? Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know. She talked about her mind. Hold on, her mind? The way it worked, the trouble it was giving her, the pain it was causing her. When she left, did she leave her lorry behind? Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? Pardon me? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out. He's right, there are other options, the racist man for one. Now is not a time to focus on feelings. You need that info, son. Put yourself in my shoes. I need this for another investigation, too. It's important. I can't blow it. You're not gonna put a bullet in your head if you blow it, are you? 'Cause she's on the edge, man. I wouldn't be so sure, Tommy. Imagine it. An explosion. of stars. Goodbye, world of men, money, and machines. I'm gonna let this go for now, Tommy, but I can't promise I won't be back. Thank you, friend. It's... Oh, wow, this makes me feel like I should pick up smoking again. It would help with my rhymes, too. Tommy, I can't with you right now. Wait, what do you mean pick up smoking again? Rude. Alright. Nothing to do. Nothing to do here. Just jetpack off. Coming to tell me to fuck off again? Maybe. Stop it. I don't want that one. Yeah, the game's not giving me any other cues. Nope, guess it's time to be rude to an old woman. Old? I don't know, now that you think about it.
Yes?
Oh. Yeah, we ready for this? It's kind of a big deal.
Yes?
Kim? It's been bugging me. Because you're the best qualified? No, that doesn't seem right. No, that makes sense. I'm exceedingly qualified. If you're so well qualified, why can't you remember why you were sent? Anyway, don't keep the lieutenant waiting. Well, that's upsetting. Actually, do I have any more inland? I think I do. Do I need authority? Probably not. Do I need savoir-faire? Probably not. That takes away authority as well, but it's our only authority down right now. Our current coat is plus concept. I didn't realize I could get so much conceptualization already. Shoot, what was I doing already? Inland. And I've got the one. Alright. Hate to do it.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Sure, now you say it's cool. Snap them twice.
Where am I? Who are you?
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis. You jolted her back to reality. Me? I'm the law around here.
Then I don't suppose you could tell me where we are, Lowman. Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in the traffic jam. In the 50s.
Wait, what's so bad about the 50s?
The men have small jaws, and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber?
Fair point. I'll give you that. Alright, when else would you be then?
Back in Mefke, during the time of the revolution, the sidewalks and coffees are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boydero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro.
Yeah?
Until you come along, that is.
Who's Gabriel Buenguerro?
Yes, is Gabriel Buenguerro.
She shows you the photograph in the lavish amber frame. Take a look. A strikingly handsome man looks at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of the cinema whenever he came on the screen, and schoolboys used to memorize all his lines.
She leans back, savoring the world she's conjured up. So, I take it you were unmasked when you were young?
Someone was.
She nods as if her meaning was perfectly clear. Someone? Are these not your
They are
memories?
someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They are beautiful. That is all that matters, beautiful and true. And they will win. They are coming for this, you know. All of this.
All of what? The world? The present? I'm sorry to interrupt your dreaming,
I
man.
wasn't dreaming. I was there, Lowman. It was early spring, and the man behind the black sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden.
Her eyes narrow, and she appears to take your measure.
While you people were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution.
Ooh,
In Mezque, it was a golden age.
the Republic of Methka is a massive confederation on the Osola of Mundi, the world's largest state by territory. It was a petrostrate, a constitutional monarchy, and as of recently an outcast due to its tilt to the far right. So we're talking like Franco Spain. Okay. Right, I have police questions for you.
Why not, Jerife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
Jerife? She settles back against the railing of her motor lorry. Behind her, mountains of memorabilia, photos, and knickknacks line the dashboard. There's something off about this woman. Tell her to show you the soles of her boots. Maybe she was at the hanging somehow. What are you hauling? Diamonds. Diamonds? Really? Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if it was? Okay, but what are you really hauling? Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine. So you don't know what you're hauling, your own lorry? I quit concerning myself with that long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean. She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason. Wait, you get high off driving a lorry? Oh, it's so much more than high where I go, Jerife. It's low. I go to the bottom. She closes her eyes in reverie. Yeah, it's definitely some kick. Some terrible kick. The pail, probably. This pail sounds like it's the shit. What if the cargo is contraband? Then it's contraband, lawman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Pluck me away like Barhan Hermenegildo? I don't know. That one I'm sure I remember. Bad hand. Hermenegildo's bad hand strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people. You know, I still don't understand this whole Boyadero, Gabriel Buenguerro thing. Of course not. To truly understand the Boyadero, you need to listen to On the Western Plain. A Boyadero, Boya for short, is a cowherder from upstream Maghreb, the great steppes of northern Methke. People like Mañana at the gates have turned it into an ideology of sorts. Okay, what's that? It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with the daring Boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain. And they live happily ever after? Don't be stupid. The Boyadero returns from the Western Plains a changed man. One night, he and his beloved are out walking along the River Maghreb, and she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down. So he gives up his riding and settles down, right? No. The Boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Maghreb. Then he rides off because the Western Plain is calling to him. That's not where I thought that was going. You have to understand.
A true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a true boyadero.
What if to truly love a boyadero is to float lifeless downstream? Whew. All right, are you the lady driver?
Did you just call me a lady, Kharife?
She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it. All right, I won't. I was told of a woman driver. You're the only woman here.
I'm not that either, Kharife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what is between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul.
So you're not the driver everyone's terrified of.
I'm only terrifying to small children, and to those who used to know me.
Why are you scary to the people that used to know you?
Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was. You said long haul. That's the big ones, the tracks. There's no men and women there. It's all just... In the middle of town, there's a ghostly motorway. It takes all the people where they want to stay.
You feel very cold suddenly, as if standing face to face with a terrifying adversary. Then the feeling dissipates, and all you see is an aging woman. In the background, a quiet song seeps from her cabin into the air. You don't hear any vocals. Then who's the female driver I was told of?
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other commoners, sniffing around when I have my movies to go to?
That's all I needed to know.
Oh, sin.
She stares at you, her mind elsewhere now, on other matters. Before I came, you seemed away.
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things.
So he doesn't think she's a lady driver.
You hear that, lawman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Wait, why is that, Lieutenant?
Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything.
It's because of the Pale. He doesn't want your frail mind caught up in it. And this woman has spent time in the Pale. A lot of time. Should you drive a lorry if you get like that?
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best commoners around. I drive routes no one else will.
What routes?
Lomonosov's land, Udaknaya Zemla, the Western Plain.
She nods and closes her eyes again, letting her mind submerge. A terrible cold comes over her, rattling her teeth as she stares inward. Wait, is this the first time Shivers has let us see someone else's head?
The Transcatla Magistral, U41A, as Estradas do Mirador, all the good ones, the deep trenches, where the bluebirds fly.
Cool. Ride until you're dust, sister.
Irmão. I already am dust.
I think I... Show me the soles of your boots.
Now, what do you want with an old woman's boots, Kharife?
It's for important police business, ma'am. She raises her boot, slowly, with contempt, and says,
I'm starting to think you should let me get back to Gabriel Buengaro. You're no Gabriel.
She's wearing sturdy worker's boots, made of black leather. Buckles run across. The sole, also made of leather. Other one?
Just before Gabriel, it was the coronation of Franco Negro. Now there was a real man.
There is no aberration in the pattern that you can see. She puts her foot down. Moreover, they were size 37. Tiny. Too many discrepancies. Nope. Another discrepancy, although not boot related, is the coronation of His Innocence Franco Negro, which happened 500 years ago.
Wait, by it being the coronation of Franco Negro, you mean Bale damage. I was just holding my father's hand. He was descending the stairs in Rael. The crowd had gone silent. There was dust in the air. Perhaps it was another Kharife who came and woke me up looking at my boots, asking questions. Or perhaps it was one of the others in this carnival. I don't remember. As she says carnival, she gestures to the empty square, with the statue and the machines. Nope, not the booth that made the prints. I could have told you that just from looking at them. Her size is 37. You could have saved me all that trouble, Kim, and more importantly, how can you see that with those glasses? You were not supposed to point that out. The feet of a little girl. They fit well on the pedals. I think I know what's going on with you. And what is that? She sticks a filterless cigarette into a cigarette holder and reaches for the light. You're a pail driver. You transport goods through the pail. Great. He asked the Pines rep about the pail, and now he's talking to everyone about it. Fine then. Just try not to black out again, and don't contemplate. We don't have time for this. Oh, no. Everything is related to the pail. My condition, the case, everything. It's all entropinetic. No. I stopped because I was thinking that no, we would absolutely say it was just for detective work, whether it was or not at that point. So, no, that's all I needed it for. That is exactly what I didn't want you to do. Ma'am, my partner wanted to know if you work in bail transport. No offense, but your partner... She lights a cigarette and a white and silver cloud of smoke disappears into her mouth. Seems like a bit of an idiot. She breathes out. The air tastes sweet. Look, I blacked out from sheer heartbreak and lost all memory of the world. Like Gabriel Buengaro and Segureme Paracio. You're the opposite of me then. I remember everything. Even the things I never knew. Things you never knew? The smell of liquor on Gabriel's lips after the shoot in the motor park. The crosses on the day of Franco Negro's coronation. On the grand stairs of Rahil. The smoke from the fowling pit when Dolores Day was shot. The look on her face, like an orgasm. The wound in her chest. My hand in my father's hand. Except I never had a father, and I never shot her innocence, Dolores Day. Over radiation. Heroic doses, Kharife. Heroic. Isn't that dangerous? Fought in Thursian? Dithering? The Grand Katla Magistral? It's more than dangerous. It's sad. But at first I had to make a living. Now? When you've seen it all go away like that, crawling off like the sea, and then come back to this? She gestures at the square, the broken horse monument, the clanging of the machines in the distance. What are we doing here? For thousands of years, Gabriel. It doesn't have to be like this. We can just give up. We can just become vapor. What does it look like? Like looking into the ocean at night, in the dark. And you cannot see it, but you know it's there. And it's big. Bigger than anything. Bigger than all the other things combined. I keep slipping. I can't keep the Muscat accent very long. I'm not. Oh well, I'm trying. What does it feel like? Nothing until it starts. When you're deep enough, then for me, it's like autumn. Dark gray and orange. The orange of street lights and the color of trees in the electric light. It smells like autumn too. It smells terrible. How do you pass through it? In the belly of an airship behind steel windows, so you don't look straight into it? It's not advised to look into it. Not on this lorry then. No, the same one. A roller. They all are nowadays. Special wheels for connecting to the floor of the hull. She points to the machines clumped up like toys. Their wheels all small and round, multi-axle trailers. One last thing, you said we can just become vapor? And we'll become silhouettes when our bodies finally go? Yes. I would rather have what you have than what I have. They say there is a point, one that I have not crossed, in the pale super deep. If you stray too far off course on the U-41A or in the Microsoft land, where every step you take is one step further from Eden, no matter the direction, it's a point you cannot come back from. Your mind becomes so radiant with the past. There is a flip. Instead of writing, it erases memory, nearing some kind of indescribable finale. Maybe you've been down the motorway south? The motorway south? It's a story us long haulsmen tell. Long haulsmen serife, not bale drivers. Well beyond the established bale that's lit by radio frequencies, where it goes silent and dark, and the process begins. Erasure, kilometer by kilometer, in any direction. The motorway south is a road you cannot come back from. In the center of this town, there's a ghostly motorway, she's saying. It takes all the people to where they want to stay. They say I've been away on a kind of holiday, she replies, silently. What is at the end? No one knows what's at the end. She takes a cigarette out of the holder and extinguishes it. I've only glimpsed the beginning. I've only felt it in the distance when I was a child. A child rowing on the lake. Ma'am? Oceana. A sigh escaped her lips, then silence as she stares within herself. She is receding in the clutches of some indescribable scattered emotion. A child. Descending. You've fried both your brains enough for today, detective. He inspects her. No response. Let's get some air. This one's far gone. He shakes his head silently as he turns to leave. Is that it? Is that really it? The woman looks at nothing, her eyes closed and her lips moving. Girl child, you hear her say. Girl child. Girl child. Can we get her back? Huh? Alright, you do seem like a woman who does know a thing or two about drugs. What do I need drugs for, lawman? What I see? What I feel? The great adversary? No drugs can compare. The adversary? Yes, there is a protagonista. She gestures to the intersection. And an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole. The pale. Sounds like the drug to me. That's not really what I was getting at. Then what were you getting at?
Do you know what you're hauling? I've already asked that. You're my lawman. What of it? Hoo hoo hoo. You leave my mother out of this. Whatever her name was a saint, okay? Fine. Are you smuggling drugs? Her shoulder bones crack as she shrugs. Maybe, probably not. Makes no difference to me, either way. You said earlier you don't know... How can you not know what you're hauling in your own lorry? Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Samaritsa to Grad on the U41A. What do you think they take from Samaritsa to Grad, lawman? I don't know. It's diamonds, lawman. Obviously. Damn this, make her answer! I don't really want to get violent with the woman. That's ridiculous. If you had to guess, who would you think is smuggling the drugs here? Easy. It's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here. That's correct. There's no visibility of any of the others. We're not getting anywhere with this. Alright, if you're not involved, then why are you waiting here? Where do you want me to go, lawman? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at the colors and the features of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry it back where it will, to the Great Plains. I think we're done here, no? He closes his notebook to stress it to you. Alright, well, thanks. Yes, go. Enough jamboree. Jamboree. Enough jamboree. There we go. I need to get back to Meske. Yeah, her voice trails off. Good, because I'm tired of doing it. Alright, folks. Thanks for coming along to the Pale, and I'll see you in the next episode.